Hello everyone, it's Sandra and welcome to today's video. It's a beautiful, sunny, warm day and it's the perfect day to talk about some empties. I have a copious amount of skincare empties to share with you. I like to wait and finish up more than one item in the same category if possible, so that when I do these empties videos, I feel like it's a little bit more interesting to have things to compare against each other in the same category. There's just so much to learn from an empties video. I love watching empties videos. I've always loved filming them. I like to know what people are actually using and repurchasing in a world where there's just so much new. It's nice to reflect on the things that we actually use up. Let's get started with cleansers and makeup removing products. This is the Chantecaille Rose Makeup Remover, essentially a micellar water, and it had a very strong rose scent. It was quite overpowering and I found it a little bit irritating when I brought it close to the eye area. So that is the main con, but the pro is that it did remove makeup so well, and it didn't leave any type of film or residue on the skin. This is not something that I would personally repurchase. For micellar water, my most repurchased and favorite micellar water remains the old classic Bioderma, the pink one. That's just the one that I would still choose over this, but this was a nice new thing to try. I have the Trinity London Enzyme Balm Cleanser, and this did a really great job at removing makeup. I like that this also has some pineapple enzymes in it, so it helps eat away at dead skin cells in a very gentle way. It leaves the skin very nourished and smooth when you wipe it off, but the formula itself was very stiff. It was a very stiff, dense balm, and it was very hard to spread all over the face, and it just kind of annoyed me. The user experience annoyed me over time. The last cleansing balm that I used up is the Beauty Pie Japan Fusion Pure Transforming Cleanser. This reminded me a lot of the Paula's Choice cleansing balm. A really great no-frills product. Removed makeup very well. Super efficient, no discernible scent or anything. Great if you have sensitive skin, so no complaints. This was really lovely. In terms of the second cleansing step, my old faithful Jordan Samuel Skin Matinee Gel Cleanser. This is my holy grail favorite cleanser, and this is the one that I always go back to, so hence me having 3 empties of it. It's super gentle. It never dries out my skin. One of my most repurchased products, and I love Jordan Samuel Skin. It's one of my favorite brands as well. Next up, we have about a year and a half's worth, maybe even longer, of serums. Some of these are my empties, some of these are my husband's. I thought it would be fun to pepper in some of his go-tos as well. This is a vitamin C serum, and it's the Poems from the Lab Future Focus Vitamin C Serum. I bought this because of Goals to Get Glowing on Instagram. Her name is Vanessa, and she is fantastic. She has very thorough reviews, and she's just an overall great person to follow. This is her favorite vitamin C serum. This is a small Canadian company. This was lovely. I really like the packaging. It has this very slim tube, and it has a dropper system so that it helps keep the product intact for longer. It doesn't oxidize as quickly as some other traditional vitamin C serums I've tried in the past, like the ones from SkinCeuticals. So this one stays fresh longer, and it has a little bit of that faint hot dog scent, but nothing too crazy. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. I am planning on repurchasing it again in the summer. My husband loves the Jordan Samuel Skin Antioxidant Treatment Emulsion. This is a antioxidant serum and moisturizer all in one, because the texture of it is very, I think, is there a little bit left in here? Let me see if I can squeeze out a tiny bit extra. No, it's all empty. Like a lightweight lotion texture. So my husband has normal skin, and this is great. This for him kind of doubles as a moisturizer and antioxidant treatment in one. Whenever I select skincare products for him, I try to select multitasking things because if his skincare routine is more than like 2 steps, he's not going to be consistent with it. And then I have some pigmentation focused serums. I have a lot of the Mother Science Molecular Hero Serum. This is one of my favorite, best serums that I've tried for hyperpigmentation. It's quite strong, so if you have very sensitive skin, this might not be the right product for you, but if your skin normally tolerates things pretty well, I would recommend checking this out if you struggle with hyperpigmentation. And especially with your first bottle, maybe your first 2 bottles, use it morning and night for best results. That's when you will kind of get a boost and you will really notice results. And then you can just switch, taper off to using it once a day just to maintain results. My other favorite hyperpigmentation serum that I love and is actually just as efficient as the Mother Science would be the Saatchi Triphala Pigmentation Corrector. This is more gentle, so this takes a little bit longer to see results, but it delivers the same results as the Mother Science, just in a bit more gentle way. This would be a little bit safer of an option. This is just a bit more gentle, but still extremely efficient. So would highly recommend either or. Honestly, they're fantastic and they're pretty close in price as well. Whatever is on sale when I use something up, that's usually how I determine which one I'm replenishing with, but I would recommend both of them. This Hydrinity Vivid Brightening Serum, I received this in PR, and this didn't really do anything. I love the texture. It's a really nice moisturizing serum, but in terms of brightening results, I can't say I noticed any difference with this. This empty is a great hydrating serum. This is the VT Glucamune Essence. The texture of itself is closer to a hydrating serum, and this was my savior this winter. I would just do 1 to 2 layers of this morning and night to just really keep my skin hydrated, and then I would layer an even more heavy-duty hydrating serum on top, and then a moisturizer. For a hydrating serum with a little bit more bells and whistles, the Pro Resilience Serum from Saatchi Skin is another old faithful of mine that I've repurchased multiple times. It has since been renamed. I think now it's called Peptide Resilience, if I remember correctly, because it actually is a multitasking serum. It's not just a hydrating serum. It also contains peptides, it contains antioxidants, it contains bioflavonoids to help repair the skin. So this is an all-in-one treatment, really. Great brand that has a curated collection of products that are very efficient. So I really like this serum, especially for, post laser or post microneedling, or if you're trying to help your skin soothe and repair, healing from a breakout. This never irritates, it never stings the skin, and it just delivers nourishing, beneficial ingredients in a very gentle way. So if you have sensitive skin, fantastic product to add into your routine. Sophie Pavitt Mandelic Clearing Serum. This is having a bit of a viral moment. I've been using this for almost 2 years at this point, and this has been like a game changer for me in terms of helping keep my breakouts under control. It's a very gentle mandelic acid and lactic acid serum. There have since been other mandelic products on the market. I think because this became so popular, other brands are starting to follow suit. Versed recently launched a mandelic serum. The Versed one is a little bit stronger than this, and it also contains salicylic acid, but that one is great. I think it's under $20. That's another great option to try. And I noticed that Alex Earle, she just launched her skincare line, I think this week or last week, and one of her hero products in her skincare line is also a mandelic serum. So if you struggle with acne-prone skin, if you struggle with breakouts and you haven't tried a mandelic serum, I would recommend checking it out. It is a very, very gentle exfoliating ingredient, and it's just a lot less harsh on the skin than like glycolic or salicylic. My skin personally never did that well. Like salicylic acid never really did that much for my acne, to be honest. So mandelic was just way more efficient for me. So I would recommend checking it out. The brand Face Reality is another brand that's famous for mandelic acid serums. They have different strengths too, so that's another option worth looking into. But Sophie Pavitt is just I think she just made mandelic acid kind of cool and trendy. You know, the way the products are marketed, the packaging is really fun. They're in Sephora, so yeah, I really like this mandelic serum. Now, knock on wood, my breakouts are under control. I still, you know, maybe, you know, once a month or so around my period, I do get a little bit of a, you know, an uptick in congestion, and that's when I just reincorporate this in my routine. I use it in my morning routine, and 2-3 days later, things get cleared up really quickly with this serum. For well-aging serums and treatments, I have the ultimate holy grail gold standard, tretinoin. I use the Altreno brand of tretinoin. I have used the generic version for a while. I've also tried, you know, the brand Retin-A. I've tried the Apostrophe. Apostrophe was a service where you can get custom tretinoin creams with other active ingredients in there. So I have tried a bunch of different formulas over the years, and Altreno is by far the best. My skin has tolerated this so well. It is a very cosmetically elegant formula. Let me see if I can squeeze a little bit out. It's super easy to spread. It's a 0.05 concentration, and it's just a very thin, easy to spread gel lotion texture, and it's loaded with barrier supporting ingredients, so it's just a lot less irritating. Now, the only downside is, since it is a branded product, it is not covered by health insurance. So I pay for it out of pocket. It's around $120, $125. You just need to ask your dermatologist when they write your prescription to specifically put the brand Altreno on the prescription so that you're able to get it from your pharmacy. Next up, we have moisturizers. So let's start with Michael's empties first. We have 2 empties of his favorite Holy Grail moisturizer. This is the Jordan Samuel Skin Gel Matinee Gel Moisturizer. It's a super lightweight gel, watery kind of gel moisturizer. It feels so refreshing. It's so perfect for summer, but my husband likes to use it year round. Again, his skin is pretty normal across the board throughout the year. It's like a drink of water to the skin. Another one of my husband's favorite, and I love this too, especially when we're traveling, because it's a very quick and easy multi-purpose product. It's the Allies of Skin Peptides and Antioxidants Advanced Firming Daily Treatment. This just kind of contains everything. It contains brighteners, antioxidants, firming peptides, ferulic. So this is great for somebody that is in a rush. You don't have time for a multi-step skincare routine. You don't really have any pressing issues other than just maintaining your skin's health and your skin barrier. This is multi-purpose, quick and easy. And then I also gave this to him. This is the Hydrinity Daily Retinol Hydrator, because I've been trying to get him to consistently use a retinol product for years, and it just hasn't stuck. Except for this one. This one he actually really enjoyed using, and he was using it every night. And let me tell you, when he was consistent with this, his skin was like the glowiest and smoothest it's ever been. I actually noticed a difference in his skin. And the only downside is that it has a very, it's a yellow color. It's like a bright yellow color. It has an intense yellow pigment to it. And if he would put it on and not let it sink in for ample amount of time and then just go to bed, he's a side sleeper, and it would just kind of stain our pillows yellow. It went away in the wash, but the pigment is so strong. It's got like this strong yellow pigment that if you don't leave enough time between the application and then going to sleep on a white pillowcase, you will have some of that yellow pigment transfer on the pillow. It didn't leave permanent stains or anything. I've been able to wash them out, but it's just a bit unsightly. And now in terms of my moisturizer empties, let's start with the ones that didn't really wow me. First, we have the U Beauty Super Hydrator. I got a little, travel size of it to test out because this is such a popular product. A bit too heavy for my liking. It just kind of felt like a little bit of like a greasy paste. It did leave my skin, it did leave a really beautiful moisturizing glow behind, but it's just not my favorite type of moisturizer texture. I think if you have drier skin, you would probably really appreciate this, but this is just not for me. I really didn't love it on my face, but I did end up using it up, you know, on my neck and chest, and it left a really pretty glow behind, and it is a very moisturizing product, but just not my favorite. Same with this. This is the Sophie Pavitt Omega Rich Moisturizer. This is from a little travel kit that I bought from the brand, and while I appreciate the fact that this is a rich moisturizer that is acne safe, I just didn't love it. It was just too rich for me. Didn't love the texture. But if you're somebody that has drier skin and you struggle with acne, you might really enjoy this. The Extreme Cream from In Beauty Project is actually a similar texture to the Sophie Pavitt. They're both that reverse emulsion texture where it's a it's almost like a very oily moisturizer texture, but it's a dry oil kind of texture mixed in with a cream. I loved it at the time, but I have since found moisturizers that I like better than this. So, and the one thing that annoys me is how big the packaging is. It's so big and bulky. This is the Dew Air Angel. This is a gel moisturizer, and I love this. Very, very easy to use, great under makeup, great if you have combination oily skin, and it just feels very plumping on the skin. It's got that plush, plumping gel texture. It feels less hydrating though than the Jordan Samuel Skin. The Jordan Samuel Skin literally feels like a refreshing drink of water on the skin on a super, super hot, humid day. The Matinee Gel Moisturizer would probably be better. But if your skin is less oily, then the Dew Air Angel would be a better fit. But I still really enjoyed this, and I have repurchased it numerous times over the years. I haven't repurchased it yet, but I would buy it again at some point. It has since, I think now it comes in a tube. More budget-friendly gel moisturizer. I really love the Prequel Skin Utility Gel. This is just like a no-frills, gentle, soothing gel that I love to use as a moisturizer in the summertime. There are so many great things to choose from at multiple price points on the market, so I'm just, I'm happy to have found some solid favorites. So this is another incredible option. If you live in a humid climate, you have kind of like normal combination, slightly oily skin, and you just want like a no-frills hydrating layer to use, you can't really go wrong with this. And then my last moisturizer empty is the Performance Cream from Jordan Samuel Skin. This is another one of my kind of like a year-round favorite. I can use this as my night cream year-round without any issues. It's just a beautiful mid-weight moisturizer. It's not too heavy, it's not too light, it's just right. It's like the ultimate Goldilocks moisturizer. The price is right. I know I'm supporting a small independently owned brand, and they also run great promotions a few times a year too, when I can usually get this for 20% off. So really, really enjoy this moisturizer, and I did repurchase a backup in their last sale, so I have one waiting in the wings once I finish what I'm currently using. Our final category is sunscreens. I have 4 face sunscreen empties to share with you, starting out with the Skin Better. This is the Skin Better Mineral, the Tinted Mineral SPF 75 sunscreen. This is not the most cosmetically elegant sunscreen in the world, but this is super, super effective for when I'm traveling to a hot, humid climate. It is, it feels thick. It's almost like putting toothpaste on my face, but I love the fact that the tint of this sunscreen isn't orange. It's a, it has a neutral olive undertone. So if you have a light to light medium neutral olive undertone, this is a nice tint. It doesn't give a lot of coverage or anything, but it's just enough to kind of even out the skin tone. Terrible under makeup though. So if I'm using this, this is the only thing I'm using on my face. This is what I would wear to the beach. Love the fact that it's SPF 75, water resistant for up to 80 minutes. Other tinted ones that I've tried they had like an orange cast to them, which I really, really dislike. So I do enjoy this. It's not something that I'm gonna run out and repurchase right away, but I would repurchase it before a like another tropical vacation. I also used up this Skin Aqua Super UV Moisture Mist. I ordered this from Yes Style because I liked the concept of it, but I really disliked this as a face mist. I thought it would be a nice like touch-up sunscreen. during the day, I really dislike this as a face mask. It was like greasy and drying at the same time, just loaded with alcohol. So I just used it up, you know, on my body, on my limbs, but would not recommend, would not repurchase. This is the Skin Aqua Super UV, the Super Moisture UV Essence. It was fine. Again, it left my skin just looking too dewy for my preference. The only way I could use this in a way that I really liked was with a matte foundation. So this looked good with a matte foundation on top because the matte foundation kind of counteracted the super, super dewy finish, but it's just not my favorite, so I wouldn't repurchase. This, on the other hand, is a big, big favorite. This is the Allies of Skin, the One Invisible Sunscreen Gel. I've lost count how many empties of these I've had. This is a sunscreen that both my husband and I love. As far as North American, like American sunscreens go, this is my favorite one. So yeah, it kind of smells like rubber. It smells like a rubber pool floaty, but it's completely invisible and it just works really well under makeup. It's also water resistant for up to 80 minutes. It's SPF 50, silicone-y, clear gel texture. So if you really dislike silicone-y textures, think like the old school Smashbox primer. It's kind of like that. It's not quite as slippery as that, but it's reminiscent of that. But if you really, really hate the feeling of silicone on your skin, then this will not be for you. I've had so many chats in the DMs with many of you about this sunscreen over the years, and some of you really love it too. Some of you want to love it, but you really just can't get behind that silicone texture, which I totally understand. We all have, you know, texture preferences and things like that, but if the silicone texture doesn't bother you, this is lovely. And it honestly, it has worked well under every base that I've tried. It works well under the Chantecaille Future Skin Foundation. It works well under my CL skin tint. It works well under my like the Dior Stick Foundation. It works well under my Lisa Eldridge skin tint. So it kind of just performs well under all my go-to bases. So really, really enjoyed this. And then my husband loves it because he has a beard and it's a clear gel, so it never flakes and makes weird residue or does any weird pilling in his facial hair. And that's it. I am boiling right now. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I would love to know if you have any product recommendations, any suggestions, anything that you've used up lately that you really love and you want to share your thoughts on. We'll be chatting in the comments. Thank you again for watching. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.